An exclusive look into the state's second largest school district. Documents show drama, accusations, and unrest surrounding the Charleston County School District's Constituent Board that handles disciplinary hearings, student transfers, and school zoning. Although their responsibility is supposed to be limited to that scope, emails and affidavits show board members involving themselves in conversations outside of the board's power. Our reporters Emily Johnson and Caitlin Ashbaugh break down this complicated discovery and how it could be directly impacting students.
Caitlin and I have been combing through hundreds of emails and affidavits relating to CCSD administration's concerns surrounding constituent boards in the district. We received these documents under a Freedom of Information Act request exclusively obtained by Live 5 News.
That's right, Emily, and accusations from staff and principals point to inconsistencies in disciplinary action and dysfunction, prompting tension, accusations, and unrest within 8 of the district's constituent boards.
Specifically in these emails, ongoing drama and finger-pointing are widespread amongst board members. These conversations often the topic of conversation instead of student well-being. Safety concerns and a possible overuse of power are insinuated in the emails, with examples of board members showing up at CCSD schools without permission. Other emails claim District 23 Chair Reverend Charles Glover was observed yelling at kids for possible dress code violations outside of Baptist Hill Middle High School in January. Board members often take their grievances with colleagues to social media, demanding elections to be overturned and elected officials fired.
The nature of constituent boards is that they are very different. They function differently. There are different dynamics within each community, which is why I think constituent boards are important. They reflect the communities they serve.
A lack of respect for CCSD staff is also noted throughout the documents, which detail District 3 Vice Chair Reverend Cynthia Smalls reportedly shouting and taunting a district employee at a meeting. Again and again, the emails show the boards consistently bringing concerns to CCSD's administrators about a wide range of topics that have nothing to do with student well-being and are outside of the scope of the board's power. CCSD is the only school district in the nation that has constituent boards, raising the question, with all of these problems, why should they exist?
Constituent boards should be used to our advantage because we are so ingrained in the communities and we do represent the people in our neighborhoods, that they're underutilized as a whole.
Live 5 first investigated concerns with these boards back in July with data showing the majority of student discipline appeals come from constituent District 4 representing schools in the greater North Charleston area. 12 administrators from those schools accused the board of a lack of oversight in handling student disciplinary actions.
The administrators here in the affidavits we pulled say they share a, quote, fear of retaliation from that board and, quote, permanently damaging responses they had to student cases. They say this points to concerns of safety and integrity across all North Charleston schools. Despite its intended purpose to be a neutral decision maker by law, these affidavits say the board faces consistent shortcomings. In several cases, board members are accused of snickering, side conversations, sleeping, and bickering during hearings. Administrators claim they face challenges of credibility from the board when their statements are made under oath. One administrator attended an expulsion hearing for a fight they say they witnessed. They were questioned for video evidence where blood could be seen on the ground. The board asked whether it was blood or, quote, juice. Many of the repeat offenders are reported back to schools on probation, 50% from one administration receiving a slap on the wrist. Affidavits also claim the board will mention race in their decision-making, pointing to minority children who are often brought to expulsion by, quote, white administrators. 2 administrators at alternative programs in North Charleston say they've noticed inconsistent treatment across nearly 2 decades of their district service.
It is about the consistency across the Charleston County School District, which we know is over 100 square miles, and how do we centralize discipline.
I remember talking to my wife, and the first thing I said was, one, it's about time, but we just need that consistency. And I'll keep saying consistency for the rest of my life. It's what's best. It's what's best for us. It's what's best for those students.
2 separate documents claim fighting has increased across those schools, with one educator mentioning 150 students within 3 weeks. Administrators and educators claim a continuous lack of punishment and inconsistent decision-making creates a, quote, unsafe environment for students and district staff.
And Caitlin, any changes to the current status of the Constituent Board service would need to come directly from state lawmakers who on Monday said that they would be taking this conversation to Columbia. We asked every single member of the CCSD Constituent Boards if they wish to provide a statement or comment on this, and those can be found on our website under live5news.com.